So all I'm saying, you're getting played, people. And it's not the influencer's fault. It's that you lack understanding, or you just want to be ignorant. You don't want to hear it from people that's letting you know and telling you and advising you, but you don't take it to consideration. You think that we're trying to stop you from making money. No, we're trying to protect you from losing your money. And it's not our job to protect you. That's the thing. It's not nobody's job. You got in here on your own, and you knew what you was getting into before you get into this investing platform. They told you investing take risks. You know, it's nobody here to guide you. It's nobody that is with a counselor behind them and in front of them telling them don't do this and don't do that. It's not the way it works, especially in the world, man. You got to wake up. So we're going to keep on reading the lecture. The defendant, right? A defendant means it's the person that perpetrated this event, right? It's considered the bad guy. That's what the defendant means. The ones that did the wrongdoing. So they use social media as a massive, large following of novice investors. That's what I mean. A novice investor means is a new guy that never done this and he's trying to do it right now. So those are your apes and your beta apes, and also the double agent app that fool the betas and the simps, right? They was feeding them steady diet of misinformation. When the reason they say diet, right? Because you were starving for this money. And they took you because they was feeding you all this stuff. Since you was in a diet for disinformation and getting rich, you got caught up in this mess. So the enforcement division and the market abuse unit, right, which is the SEC, they bringing all these people up. So everybody there that's giving advice about the stock market and what to do, and saying, oh, trust me, I know what I'm doing. They don't. They don't have a title. They're not hold an exchange profession in the stock market, right? They're not licensed to give advice like that. So that's the problem. A lot of these people are giving advice as they're accountants and stock market brokers and things like that, and they're not. And these people that are novice, they falling in, right? Because they say that they preying on ignorance. You know who they call ignorance? People that don't want to learn or don't have education. That's what they call it. They're apes. They're ignorance, uneducated people. And you can get mad all you want, but that's what it says and that's what it means. If you look it up, you know, you just lack knowledge, information that you don't want to get because you're too busy trying to get rich. It doesn't work like that. And even if these people go, right, putting them up to indictment allegations, I hope you know what that means. Like I said, if you want to learn that, you better go to another one that thinks he's a counselor and all that, and explain to you. Like me, you don't never see me using words like that because I don't try to promote myself as being an influencer or educator of things. You just got to know what you're talking about and understanding. So that's what it's all about. You got to know what you're getting into, people. So let's see. So the Justice Department said that the defendant showcased their extravagant lifestyle. See, they was fooling you with their lifestyle, whatever they was doing, to fool others of thinking they were skilled stock traders. If these people are convicted, they face a maximum of 25 years in prison. You believe that? You better think about all these people that's giving you advice or giving these your followers advice. 25 years in prison if you were convicted of conspiracy. I hope you know what conspiracy means. Even though I told Scott Adler that most of these charges are going to get dropped right away, because I know you got to prove all these things, and to prove a conspiracy, it takes time and it takes people. Because that'd be more than 2 people, and they probably say, come on, Tommy Tanker, how you know all this? Listen, you got to do your research, man. I'm not just saying this out of the blue. So, right? To prove a conspiracy, it takes a lot of people. And most of these people involved are going to be like a canary that they say in the mouth. They're going to start singing, right? They're going to whistle blow. And it's going to be hard to prove. A lot of people are going to be squealing on the other one. Oh, he did this. They're going to be pleading guilty to a lesser charge. But I advise you better not plead guilty to a lesser charge. Only if you know that you got caught and they could pin this on you. Other than that, you better keep your mouth shut and let your counselor speak for you. So 25 for life, man. I don't care how much money you got. It's not worth going to jail. Especially that they find out you went to jail for being a YouTuber and trying to be a professor. It's not going to look good on you, man. Not on your family, on yourself. It's just a pitiful thing to go to jail for some stupid ass thing, thinking that you're a professor, giving people advice on the stock exchange. And then you want to blame the stock market is robbing you. That's another thing. Things that you can't prove. You know what they call that? I even forgot the word, man. You won't even understand it anyway. But defamation, defrontation, I got the word and I can't even say it. That's the problem with me, but I know what I'm talking about, right? When you belittle or smear somebody's reputation, but it's a lie, you got to prove that, right? When, like, let me give you an example. I don't use this guy because he's a diamond hand diehard AMC, right? And you know who he is, right? The diamond hard man that I call undercover brother. He's always saying that the hedge funds, the short sellers, are against his play. Can he prove that? That's what I mean. You cannot say things that you can't prove and hold people responsible. You know, that's a reason to bring you up for litigation for smearing somebody's name and business. People, you gotta understand law. That's what I was telling Scott Allen. The law doesn't excuse you for not knowing the law, right? There's no excuse for not knowing the law. It's called. There's no ignorance for knowing the law. You have to know the law regardless, whether you know it or not. You have to know things. You just can't do things and expect that you're going to say, oh, I didn't know about it and get away with it, because then everybody would say, oh, I didn't know about it. You know, everybody would be scot-free. Other criminals, oh, I didn't know I can do that. No, there's no excuse for the law. That's what it means. So these people are convicted, right? A detained is also faces a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison if convicted engaging in unlawful monetary transaction. Now, I don't know how they're going to get charged with transaction fraud if somebody's giving them on Super Chat and Cash App and all that money. Unless they rose more than $10,000, you have to report that legally. There's no way around it. The banks are going to report it wherever that money went into. If you gross more than $10,000 into one single account, it's got to get reported to the IRS, and it's a red flag. I'm telling you right now, it's a red flag. Anybody that deposits $10,000 has to report that to the IRS automatically. The banks will do that. You don't have to say they're going to do it. Simple as that. So now, right, the Fed is increasingly cracking down on social media influencers and celebrities who promote financial products, including cryptocurrency. Look at that. They're going after everybody. You see, you was making all this money, but you wasn't thinking about the consequences after that. That's what happens to people that think they know too much and they want to put themselves higher than the people underneath them. You know, this world is all about money. It's a capitalist country, and whatever you do, you can do as long as you don't get caught. And right now, people are getting caught, and they got to face the consequences. And most of these apes or influencers don't even got money. They're YouTubers. How are you going to pay for a court session? You got to pay for lawyers, paper fees, and all that. Litigation fees. You got to put the case back in the calendar. These lawyers know what to do. They prolong the cases so they can make more money. You don't have no money. You don't even got money to take the same people that stole your money. You know, you're trying to get rich and they're trying to get rich. You know, that's what it's all about. Everybody's trying to get rich. And like I said before in my video, to get rich, you need suckers on the other side so they could get your money. And the suckers are the ones that pay all this money. That's how it is. You got the simps and you got the beta males. And like I always say, you got suckers in your head. That's why everybody's scamming you. And I don't feel pity for you because some of us been trying to help you. And no, you're trying to belittle us that we don't know what we're talking about. And, you know, I got to give credit for Scott Allen because, you know, he puts everybody out there, you know. He reads their comments, but he felt sympathy for the Apes. But I don't feel sympathy for them anymore. because they have plenty of time to understand what's going on. But no, they were Shauna saying that we anti-AMC. No, forget about them. Like they said, there's no excuse for ignorance of the law, you know. So I don't feel sorry for them. You know, I don't. Scott Allen was protecting. No, they just didn't know. You know, there's a bunch of young Apes that didn't know what they got into. No, they know what they got into when they was putting money in and belittling other people. So they're losing money now. It's not because nobody told them, because they didn't want to listen. They lack understanding of anything. They just don't want to hear it. So that's what they get. They're going to be broke. When MC goes down, they're going to go down with it. Doesn't matter if they got scammed or not. How are they going to prove they got scammed? There was no contract, right? That's why business people do everything with a contract. Once you sign, it's a binding contract. As long as the other side broke the contract, where it was a breaking an agreement, you could sue them. But other than that, whatever happens is a binding contract. You lose money, that's your fault. You agree that if you lose money, you're going to take that loss. And right now, you're losing money. So what else it is? All right. The set bar came, well, I don't know, I'm talking about the people promoting cryptocurrency 3 years and fine this person $1 million to settle their federal charges. See, when people got money, they could fight these cases. What they did, they pay a fine and they're out, because they got to squash that. Once you make a deal with the court or with anybody that you making this contract, once you plead guilty to a lesser charge, pay a fine, they let you out, that's it. It's done. They won't talk about it. The thing is, you could get court records and transcripts. But most of these lawyers, what they do, once they go to court, they advise the parties to take it out of court and settle it between the lawyers and them. And once it's done, you will never hear about it. Those are quiet settlements. You won't hear about that. But if you go to court, believe me, they're going to destroy you. You're going to be as poor as you is now. You're never going to recover. So, you know, the person was fined $1 million. And she had $1 million. She got more money because she had $1 million to pay the settlement. You know, the person had money. And she was a follower on Instagram. She had followers making clear she was paid to do that. Look at that. Now she's complaining, or the person, I want to say anybody, the gender, was complaining that she was told to do that. Nobody told you to do something so you could earn money and then you're going to come and settle and come out with $1 million. It don't work like that. Right? This happened since 2020 to now. So they agreed to pay $300,000 as part of the similar settlement. Look at that. These people that are being indicted or looked at, they already have money to pay their fees and pay lawyers and settle, you know, the charges. That's what I'm telling you. Everything deals with money. You ain't got no money, you shouldn't be involved in something that's going to take you to that length, that you're going to be caught up in a situation that you don't have money to fight it. You know, courts, counsels take money. People that do accounting, bankers, takes money. Like they say, it takes money to make money, and you don't have no money. But that's all I got to say, people. Listen to others, man. Just don't get influenced with one particular person. Listen everybody's point of view and think rational. Right now, a lot of people are going to get called out by that SEC. And they're looking for you. That's right. You, promoter, think that you have a license to promote stocks, exchange, you know, tell people that they have experience, they have a title. No, if you're not in the Department of State license to be an accountant, a broker, right, a stock exchanger, you're nothing. You're just a YouTuber trying to make money. Everybody that's in YouTube is an entertainer. Think like that. Nobody has to say that. Everybody knows YouTube is for entertainment purposes. That's it. Nobody has to say, I'm an entertainer. No. YouTube is for entertaining purposes. You get caught because you don't have the knowledge to get in things you shouldn't have business getting into. And with that, Scott Allen, I hope the apes and the simps and the beta A's appreciate that you was trying to cover for them in your live stream. With that, I let you go. You know, it's bad, but you're going down.